One of the programs that I'm over is the Beacon, which is our drop-in center. We've had that drop-in center since 2010. That program is completely peer-led. So what that means is all the staff that work down there are folks with some sort of lived experience, whether that's with mental illness and or substance use issues. And then we also have peers throughout all the other programs. So they're embedded on outreach teams, they're in residential, they're in employment services, all sorts of different programs.
Being in the role of a peer allows you to be more transparent and vulnerable with clients, and I think it allows you to build deeper connections. Working with one of my clients, Tim, that I've worked with, he has had some really traumatic experiences in his past that have had some really major impacts on him.
I lived in the slums, and it was just one disaster after another. It was drug filled. It was pure hell.
All of these really traumatic experiences are really difficult to talk about.
I wasn't prepared for this at all because I never had been treated like this before. There's a certain young lady that is sitting to my left. I draw a lot of energy off of her.
I've seen just immense progress in his ability to function on a day-to-day basis, his ability to advocate for himself. The more that I've opened up about things that I've had in my past, whether it be anxiety, depression, or some trauma I've had in my past, the more it's allowed him to speak about those things, whether it's with me or now engaging in individual therapy, now talking with the team a little bit more.
They were helping me rebuild to where I could get back, where I could be independent on my own, deal with some of these traumatic experiences that I've been through. And my whole attitude has changed a lot.
It has helped him grow immensely and, getting over some of those things in the past and also looking for a more hopeful future.
I think it's been really great to have that resource that's able to go out and meet people where they're at. Sometimes that means meeting with people like for coffee and being able to spend that one-on-one time with them, talking about their symptoms or coping skills or kind of how the peer themselves has been able to overcome some of the issues that they've experienced that might be similar to what the clients are going through.
I've shared my experiences with my addiction and with my depression with clients, and they've recognized that we've walked similar paths.
I usually visit the Beacon about 3 days out of the week, and for the most part, I interact with the clients, but the peers kind of help me stay focused, kind of keep me from going into my own head and responding and acting out.
The peers that work in the Beacon have walked the walk, so when we speak or when we give suggestions, they're more readily accepting.
I can sit with Mike on any given day and share with him where I'm at in my recovery, and we interact in that sense, and Mike can share some things back with me.
I've learned to grow with our members, and they've helped me with my recovery also. Because me sharing my story helps me replay that things and makes me remember that I have to continue with my recovery. It's a day-to-day thing, right?
I totally agree.
I try to establish a rapport with the clients, meeting the clients where they are. And I ask them like, hey, can I share this with you? Just giving them my background, giving them my story, and just like walking side to side with them.
That sense of commonality gives peer support its strength. If I've been there and been through something similar and I'm out on the other side, then it gives hope to other people.
I've presented across the city and across the county my story to help persons in recovery. And I see the value of it every day. I know that my story gives hope, and I know that my story is just one part of the clinical piece, but it's also a big part of that clinical piece.
A bad day to someone who's suffering from mental illness may look a lot different than a layperson who has never had those struggles having a bad day, right?
One of my goals is to stay out of the hospital. With a peer, I can say, I'm having a lot of depression, I'm having flashbacks about things.
I feel that I'm able to go into appointments and understand that this might just be a really bad day, Not so much the medical model, where clinicians may be coming from, have you talked to your psychiatrist? Do you need new meds? You know,
They're not gonna say, oh, well, you're feeling this way, so we're gonna put you in the hospital right away. No, it's a talk out thing.
a peer allows you to kind of strip that down and say, hey, I kind of see what you're going through here. How can we work through this together?
And that's what really gets to me, gets to my heart, that it's like, you know, they understand I can talk to them about this stuff.
To look around and see how we all feel a part of something is really special.
It's a different level of hope that I think the peer staff can bring, where someone can see that someone that experiences similar things to themselves is able to do better, is able to work, is able to kind of live in the community and have a full life.
Having a mental illness and embracing my mental illness is an okay thing. It's not a bad thing.
Ever since I got into Trilogy and ever since I started working with the peer program itself, I've started to notice that I am more than my mental illness. I'm beyond that. I'm a human being that has quality and value, so it's helped tremendously.
Stigma's all around us in terms of mental illness, and to have staff here that come together as a community and say, hey, we have lived experience and we're here and we're changing people's lives, it feels really good to be a part of that.
My struggle has a purpose now, and I can help others who are struggling because of what I've been through.
The value of peer services is exponential. Without peer services, we wouldn't be moving towards a recovery model of health, mental health. And I think with peers, we're able to give hope where hope is hard to find.